Lost in the warp, factions of the universe's finest warriors battle in a no-holds-barred, all-out brawl for glory, honor, and blood.
It's DeadLocked Arena, baby!
Powered by Bowling Dice.
The only place in the warp where you can watch non-stop action.
I'm Craig Capital.
I'm Harry H. Hostile.
I'm Chris Punishment. We're the official announcers for this match.
Welcome to the second match of the DeadLocked Arena Tournament. This episode's game mode is Cripple the Foe on the Gallifall map. One team attacks by performing the mission action scuttle on the objective. Once an objective has been scuttled twice, it is impossible to unscuttle it. Speaking of unscuttling, it's the defending team's responsibility to ensure that they keep their objectives unscuttled and from being scuttled.
Scuttle.
Today we have Cody coaching the Fellgor Ravagers, and Alex debuting in his first match coaching the Farstalker Kinband. We saw a bit of the Fellgor Ravagers in the preseason, and let me tell you, they're scary.
Yeah, they had a nail-biting match against the dwarves.
And on the other team, we have the Farstalker Kinband, led by the Kroot Killbroker and supported by the Kroot Bowhunter, Coldblood, Heavy Gunner, Longsight, Pistolier, Stalker, Tracker, Warrior, and the 2 Kroot Hounds.
Man, that's a long list.
Now let's get into the roll-off.
Coach Cody wins initiative and decides he wants to be the attacking team. Because of Call the Attack, some of the Fellgor get to have a free dash before the turn starts.
That extra movement could mean bad news early on for the Kinband.
The Kinband uses strategic ploy Prey, giving their operatives the balanced and heavy special rules until the end of turn.
With the teams deployed and the ploys in play, let's get right into the first turning point.
The Herd Goat uses Insight Fury to give the Shaman an extra APL, then moves and stacks up on the hatchway.
Real tactical thought process for a goat. Seems they can't get through the door though.
The Kroot Coldblood opens up the door and enters the room, moving up to an escape pod, using it as cover.
The Shaman moves up and opens the door and takes cover behind a pod. He then uses his extra APL to cast Mantle of Darkness.
That gives excellent cover to the entrance to that room.
Yeah, there's nothing the Kinband can do about those goats getting in there.
Kroot Longside moves into the room and takes cover next to the Coldblood, holding a hard angle.
The Flux Spray opens the door and moves to the side to make room for the unavoidable flood of goads that's to come.
The Heavy Gunner tries to get into the room and hopefully prevent from scuttling, but out of nowhere the Mangler charges in and gets his hands on the Kroot.
The Mangler gets 3 hits and that poor Kroot only rolls 1. The Mangler parries the Kroot's only hit and sends the rest for 8 damage, incapacitating the Heavy Gunner.
Another mangled victim.
Anyways, the Stalker takes aim at the bloodthirsty Mangler, hoping to get revenge for his fallen kin. He rolls a 4, 5, and a crit. The Mangler blocks the crit, but takes 2 normal hits for 6 damage, and it looks like the Stalker is falling back.
Smart move. He saw how his attacks didn't phase the goad and decided to save himself.
The Gorehorn runs into the room and scuttles.
Woo! First scuttle of the game!
The Tracker uses Petra, sending out his bird to scout the area ahead. He uses From the Eye Above to give the Kroot Hound an extra APL. He ends his turn by joining the dog pile on the door.
The Gnarlscar runs into the room and finishes scuttling that objective the Gorehorn started.
The Kroot Hound charges the Mangler. The Mangler rolls a 4 and a 5, and the Hound rolls 2 3s and a 4. The Hound parries 1 hit, the Mangler parries 1 hit, and the Hound sends through 3 damage. The Hound then uses his extra APL on Gather to fall back out of combat.
The death knell runs in, and surprise, surprise, he's scuttling!
This has to be my favorite part of this match.
The Bowhunter moves up and takes a shot at the Mangler, hoping to clear the way. He hits with 2 4s. The Mangler doesn't save any, taking 8 damage. Now he's frenzied.
The Vandal runs in, and wait for it, he scuttles, baby!
As the warrior runs in, takes the cover, the Toxhorn takes it as an opportunity to get some scuttling in.
That's a permanent scuttle, baby.
Sorry, the scuttling started to get to me.
No, it's possessive.
The Pistolier takes shots at the Mangler, hoping to get rid of the walking corpse. He hits with 2 4s and a 5. And because of that lethal 5, the Mangler is gone.
Coach Alex reveals his TACOP Butcher, putting a chunk of meat in place where the Mangler once stood. He can do a pickup action and potentially get some extra points in the end.
The Ironhorn dashes into the room, staring down that poor medical table, ready to scuttle it in the next round.
Kroot in the turning point with the Hound and the Killbroker dashing to cover.
The Kroot win initiative. The Goats are using Call of the Attack a second time.
The Reptilian Hunters use Call of the Kill on the Vandal.
The Cold Blood takes a shot at the Vandal with both piercing and toxic for free because of well stocked. He hits with a 4, a 5, and the final shot auto goes through due to Call of the Kill. The Vandal lives, only taking 4 damage.
The Kroot charges him, hoping to keep him occupied for as long as possible.
Back to the other room, the Toxhorn uses his bomb with extreme efficiency, engulfing the entire enemy team in that room. The Warrior manages to escape the gas, even with the command point reroll from Coach Cody, but the Killbroker and Longsight both lose an APL and take 3 mortal wounds. Meanwhile, the Hound and Coldblood get away with only losing 1 APL. The Bowhunter uses Voltaic Arrow at the Gnarlscar, hitting with 2 4s. Gnarlscar saves with 1, taking 4 damage.
The Vandal wants to throw down with the Cold Blood. Vandal rolls a 4, a 5, and 2 crits.
Luckily for the Cold Blood, it's only taking normal damage from those crits.
Cold Blood rolls a lone 5 to defend himself. The Goat quickly parries that away and sends in 3 hits for 15 damage, bringing down the Reptile.
The Ravagers use Ruthless Rampage to charge at the long shot for a command point. One of the Kroot Warriors unscuttles the once scuttled objective, undoing some of the Goat's scuttling antics.
The Herd Goat responds by buffing the Shaman with an extra APL, then proceeds to scuttle some more! The Tracker uses the eye from above to give the Kroot Hound an extra APL. He moves up his bird, and the Tracker tries to get into a better position.
The Shaman doubles down on that scuttling and scuttles permanently. He then heals the Vandal for 6 full wounds due to the Vandal meeting the criteria of apoplectic rejuvenation by getting a kill this turn. He ends his turn by casting Cursed Weapon on the Killbroker.
Kroot Hound charges the Gnarlscar using Gather and picks up a chunk of meat on his way. The Gnarlscar rolls a 3, a 4, and a 5. The Scaled Hound rolls a 4 and 2 5s. The Hound sends 3 damage, the Goat sends 4, the Lizard Dog sends 3, the Demonic Mammal sends through 4, and the Kroot Hound is dead!
And the Iron Horn celebrates by permanently scuttling the very scuttable scuttle object, then moves across the room.
Coach Alex spends a command point on Vengeance of the Kinband. Then the Pistolier moves into the room and shoots the Gnarlscar. He rolls 2 4s and 2 crits. Thanks to the lethal 5, that angry goat can't save and dies, dropping some meat. Gorehorn charges the Pistolier. He rolls a 3 and a 6. Pistolier gets a 3 and also a 6.
An interesting mirror match. Too bad one hits harder because the Gnarlscar sends 5 damage. Pistol Lizard parries 1, then sends 4 damage through.
Gorehorn chooses to fight again, killing Pistolier immediately. Due to Head Taker, the Gorehorn manages to heal himself for 3 wounds.
The Stalker tries to take advantage and peeks through the door, shooting at the distracted Gorehorn. He gets 1 hit with the 4, but alas, the Gorehorn saves.
This calls for celebrations. You know what that means. The Death Knell scuttles!
The Longsight takes his turn to fight the Vandal and gets a 3, a 5, and a crit. The Vandal gets a 3 and 3 5s. The Longside sends 4 damage, but the Vandal whacks the Longside down, bringing him to his end.
Meaning it's time to celebrate with more scuttling, brought to you by the Flux Spray.
The Kill Broker takes the gamble and shoots at the Vandal with his pulse rifle and manages to miss everything but his auto success attacks. The gamble failed and he rolled a 1, and due to the cursed weapon from the Shaman, he takes 3 mortal wounds.
The Vandal couldn't block the auto success and takes 4 damage. The 1 APL Kroot Hound charges the Toxhorn, locking him up in engagement for the next turning point.
Are you striving to become a DeadLocked Arena Commander? Well, to get started, you'll need to be supported by the best dice in the warp. Baron of Dice is your one-stop shop for premium wargaming dice.
These bad boys are made with premium resin materials and colored dyes. Each die is hand mixed to and carefully swirled to perfection before being laser engraved with the wicked symbol.
Now get rolling like a DeadLocked Arena champion and test your mettle against our great gladiators, baby! Farstalkers win initiative this turning point and activate their cutthroat stratagem. The Ravagers opt out of stratagems again this turning point.
The Stalker moves in on the Death Nail for a stealth attack. Stalker rolls a 555. Death Nail gets a crit. Stalker sends through their first attack with stealth attack, dealing 6 damage. Death Nail responds with a swift counter, landing 4 damage. The Stalker lands their second attack for 3 damage.
The Vandal charges at Kill Broker and takes a swing. They roll a 5 and a crit. They send through the crit, taking Kill Broker out.
The Kinband Warrior moves up to fire on the Shaman. They have a solid roll of a 5, a 4, another 4, and a 3.
The Shaman isn't able to stop the onslaught and takes the full 12 damage, sending them into a frenzied state. Death Nail fights Stalker. They land a critical and finish the Stalker off and head to the other side of the chamber.
The tracker moves towards the doorway to open fire on the Gorehorn. They roll a crit. Gorehorn is able to save with a crit of their own. Ironhorn scuttles
Yeah, scuttle!
and moves on.
Bowhunter fires a fused arrow at the Ironhorn. They roll triple fives. They also have lethal 5 on those arrows, so those are 3 crits. Ironhorn is unable to save against it and gets sent into a frenzied state.
Flux Spray scuttles an objective
get
a
scuttled.
second time, permanently scuttling it. The Kroot Hound attacks Toxhorn. They roll 3 hits and a crit. Toxhorn rolls 3 hits and a crit. The Hound bites first, landing 4 damage, and the Toxhorn replies with a strike of its own for 5. The Hound sends through another 4, and the Toxhorn finishes off the Hound, sending it packing with its tail between its legs.
Oh shit! It's a scuttle fest with the Gorehorn, Herd Goat, and the Toxhorn all scuttling the hell of this ship. Shaman moves up to attack the warrior. They get 2 fives. The warrior automatically retains 1 success, and with that, they save the remaining attack as well, ending the turning point 3. The Kroot Hunters take initiative again.
Warrior moves into position to fire at the Toxhorn. He rolls a 5 and a crit. Toxhorn can't manage to save and is frenzied.
And the Gorehorn mourns the loss of a comrade by scuttling the objective permanently.
Tracker uses From the Eye Above to give Bowhunter an extra APL. Then shoots at the Gorehorn. Only gets 1 hit with the 5. Gorehorn saves with 3 crits.
To celebrate such a feat, the Flux Spray scuttles.
Bowhunter shoots at Gorehorn with fused arrow. He rolls a 4 and 3 threes. The Gorehorn becomes frenzied due to the damage, but stands there, menacingly.
Death Knell moves up, and guess what?
What?
He scuttles, baby!
Well, hang on. The Tracker Overwatch is hitting with 2 5s. The Death Knell couldn't save, so he took 8 damage, but has 1 health remaining.
Meaning he scuttled, baby!
And the final turn of this scuttle-filled game is some permanent scuttling from the Herd Goat and Toxhorn.
Coach Cody ends the game by revealing his TAC op, Relentless Aggression.
After some extra points added in from the TAC Ops, the final scores are in. It's 11-5. Fellgor Ravagers are the winner, baby!